LeBron, you cut their lead in half in the fourth quarter, but could not get closer than 11. What were some of the reasons why you guys did not win tonight?
They capitalized off our turnovers and mistakes defensively. It's a great team, very well coached, Hall of Famers, great complimentary players. Norm having a great season, Big Zoo, big time. So, when you're playing against a great team, you got to limit your mistakes offensively and defensively because they make you pay, and I think they did that tonight.
Had to go through this summer where he left you guys and wasn't able to go to Paris, and then obviously missed in the first portion of this season. What was it like to have him back out there and competing against him again?
Well, I mean, listen, for me, it's always great to go against the best. And I know I don't have that many opportunities to continue to go against the best, so it was great to have him back out there.
You've been telling us that the margin of error is small in this room for a few years now.
Yep.
Are there ways that can get bigger internally?
Bigger or better?
I guess, can you give yourself more margin? Are there things that you can do some nights to make it easier?
That's how our team is constructed. We don't have room for much error.
How can you guys navigate the sort of mental demands of having to play close to perfect basketball?
We don't have a choice. I mean, that's the way our team is constructed. We have to play close to perfect basketball. We know the game is never perfect. It's never going to be a 48-minute perfect basketball game, but we can't combat it multiple possessions in a row, or if we turn the ball over, we have to do a better job with that. If we're making like aggressive turnover plays where we're trying to make the right play to our teammates, but it's some of the careless ones. Again, defensively, we can't have breakdowns. We can't, if our coaching staff has a game plan for us, we can't break down on the game plan.
It's happened for stretches like you guys have had, 3 weeks where you guys have been really, really good. You guys have had 2-week stretches where you guys have been pretty bad. Is that, you think, because of what we're talking about with,
No.
It's impossible to consistently play near good?
No, I don't know the answer to that, but we just got to keep putting our foot forward and keep working.
LeBron, it's NBA, a rivalry week. You have this, matchup here with the Clippers tonight. Just with your career, you had so many rivalries when it comes to teams and individual play. Just how important is rivalry to the game of the NBA and when it comes to the growth of the league as well?
I don't know. I know marquee players and transcendent players and generational players is very key for the league. Great teams is key for the league. And being rivalry is all part of sports. It's not just the NBA. It's everywhere. It's in every sport that you could think of. Everyone has a rival or have had a rival, but you just. It's always fun to be a part of one. If you have an opportunity, if you have an opportunity to play at the highest level and be able to be a part of some rivalries, it's always pretty cool.
Last question.
What do you make of James Harden's kind of impact? The ability to still do this at a high level at his age, but just his overall impact on basketball the last decade, just the offense that he's kind of putting up.
Simply just a great player who loves to play the game, plays at his own pace. And has won every stop that he's been at. Obviously the Brooklyn thing was a quick stop, but you look at OKC. I played against him, when he was super young and I was younger. In the finals, went off to Houston. We know what he did down there. And went over to Philly, played some great ball, and here playing great ball. He's a guy, just a selfless guy. Go out there and just plays the game. He's been able to reinvent himself. I mean. It was at one point where he was giving guys 50-point triple-doubles.
For 14 shooting. Let's go inside the locker room. He's with Brez.
AD, you guys got their lead down to 11 twice down the stretch, but couldn't get much closer. What'd you see out there? What was the reasons for you guys to lose tonight?
So many, simple mistakes. Little game plan discipline. Fouling James Harden a couple times. And they got some offensive rebounds. Anytime we made a run, they made a run of their own. And we shoot the ball well tonight, so they like to fight, but against teams like that, pretty good teams. We have a great stretch, and then we have 2-3 mistakes in a row, and they capitalize every time. So. Got to play great basketball when you're playing good teams like that.
JJ just told us that we've heard you guys say it in here too, that the margin of error for you guys just isn't there on a night-to-night basis, and you have to play really good basketball always, or else it won't be easy. What do you think needs to happen for that margin of error to get a little wider? What are the things that this team has to do nightly to give itself a more consistent, good chance?
Not turning the ball over. You can't control makes or misses, but some nights we struggle to shoot the basketball, and some nights the ball goes in for us. I think defensively we did a pretty good job. Got back in the zone, and I think in the third quarter they kind of came out prepared. Got some. Obviously they made some shots, but kind of ran his action. With Zoo in the middle and Kawhi underneath the basket. Put some shooters around and they made some shots. But I think just laying our hats on defense. Like I said, you can't control, makes or misses, but you control your effort on defense. And I think, we have had some slippage defensively, but for the most part, the fight is there, the effort is there. We just got to do a better job of getting more stops in a row, especially against teams like this.
How did you come through physically after being the late scratch against Brooklyn the other night?
They felt good enough to play, but it was all right.
Is an extension of the issue that really kind of propped up against Detroit earlier in the year. And
you've been competing against Zoo for a long time. How have you seen him grow from when you first started competing against him to a game like tonight?
He's worked on his post game. Getting to that jump hook. He's always been, a good screener, good roller, lob threat, offensive rebounder, good rim protector. But he's developed his post game where they're throwing it to him, and he's finishing, with his right hook. So he's added that to his arsenal.
And you guys had that 13-2 run to close the third, the two big lineup with you and Jackson, LeBron at the three. What did you like about that group as JJ kind of tests out some bigger lineups?
It just made us bigger.
But also committed 5 turnovers. He's with Brez.
Austin, a lot of talk tonight about margin for error and how small it might be for this team. JJ just talked about that in the coach's room over there. Do you sense that as well?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're playing a good team, you got to be very locked into attention to details and execute more than you don't. And, we didn't do that tonight, and that's, a big reason we lost.
How's your knee doing?
I feel great.
Think it'll be good to go for Tuesday against Washington?
I prepare to play every game. If something happens between him and here and there, then that's what it is. But as of right now, I'm prepared to play.
We've talked with JJ about this several times this season. He brought it up even post-game identity and how even good teams, great teams, they go through multiple throughout a year. The Clippers seem like they very much are grounded in their identity. Do you guys feel like you guys are grounded in your identity? Know what you guys are on a night-to-night basis?
I feel like we're working to get there. New staff, new head coach. It would be beautiful if you could just come in, snap your finger, and you know exactly what you're supposed to do every single possession. So I'd say we're still working there. Everybody's trending in the right direction. So that's a positive. But like you said, they know their identity. Every player over there knows what they're out there to do, and we're working to get there.
As you guys approach the midway point of the season, having that knowledge of the last 40 games, what does the identity of this team need to be for the last?
That feeling when Capital One helps you easily manage your money and redeem your credit card rewards with a tap. So dinner is no longer up in the air, thanks to the Capital One app.
42 games, 41 games.
Connected and playing the right way. That's really, on both ends, you've got to be, connected 1 through 5. Every guy that's out there, even the guys on the bench can help talk, communicate. So you just got to be connected, coaching staff, players, all basically with, one common goal to win, one heartbeat. So you just got to get on that same wavelength and, play team basketball.
Also, you talked about, with this team being the first team that you have to go against that blitz team. This team uses a lot of blitzes, uses a lot of double teams. How have you seen your guys' growth in terms of handling the double team? They double Bron every single time he touches it. Same with AD, double you at times, blitz pretty much everyone. How have you felt like you guys have dealt with that over these last couple of years?
You know, you make good plays, you make bad plays. Anytime tonight there was a empty corner pick and roll, they blitzed it. As the ball handler, whoever it is, you just got to give yourself up, and if it's hit the guy in the pocket, which is usually AD, for him to be able to play 4-on-3 on the backside, that's what you got to do. You can't have any selfish intentions of trying to race the big or what it is, just sacrificing yourself, because on the backside you're going to have a 4-on-3, and I feel like we did a good job of that. And like I said, we're still learning, but that's really any team. You can go find any team that's clicking on all cylinders, and they're still trying to learn things as well.
Austin, you guys have been using more double center lineups with AD and Jackson recently, and JJ's kind of talked about trying to see what those look like. Tonight you guys had that 13-2 run to close the third. What have you seen from those units as you guys play a little bit bigger?
Yeah, I think it just gives us a different look. AD is 95% of the time guarding everybody's big five, but when you do that, you can kind of do what say Memphis has done in the past with Jaren Jackson. You can kind of put him on. You can kind of move AD off that 5, put him on. You can pick 1 through 4 to match him up with, and kind of let him be a roamer and just cause havoc. And I think that could be really good for us. But yeah, we'll have to continue to see what that looks like.